What's up, y'all? Peace and blessings. Your boy MVP, most valuable prophet, God-fearing, radical, black Puerto Rican man and God for throwing for life started. And I just want to share a message that really rings a bell. And this may offend and ruffle feathers, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, the doctrine remains intact of the Word of God. I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I believe in God." The question really is, are you obeying God? What did God says in the Holy Scriptures in the book of John that if you love me, obey my commands. You hear that in the Old Testament about, obey my commands. If you love me, obey my commands and walk in my ways. And, he gives you the instructions, the blueprint, the guidelines to how to live holy according to the ways of the Lord. And a lot of people people feel more sanctified by just believing in God. And it's not. Gotta walk in the ways of God. You gotta obey the ways of God. Obey the commands, the laws, the promise. In the Old and New Testament, the Lord lays out the groundworks, man. He speaks throughout. He uses people to speak his message and convey it truthfully because the word of God is holy. It brings me back to Matthew 7:13-14 about the narrow and the wider gate. And I believe the wider gates are those people who just believe in God. They walk in that lane. And the narrow gate are those who actually obey God. It's something to really ponder and think about. I'm not here to promote. I'm not here to infuse. I'm just speaking honest, true facts. And to really keep it a buck, I always challenge Christians to not talk about being a Christian, but act like a Christian. Don't talk about being a Christ follower, but be that. Be a Christ follower, because the moment you open your mouth and say that, folks are watching you because it has become watered down. And it's not. But people make it watered down because folks listen to these clowns, these phony worshipers, these phony prophets, these phony entertainers, these phony Christian rappers who just want to rap and claim to love God, but then they have their own agenda. Stop all that foolishness, man. Call that blasphemous stupidity out. Get with the Word of God. Read the Word of God. Let the Word of God meditate the truth, the promise, the doctrine, the correction, the foundation, the groundworks, everything that the Lord laid out, plus some. Obey. Obey his word. Don't just believe God, but obey what God's telling you. With that being said, folks, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to my YouTube channel. Love you. God bless you. Till next time. Peace and blessings. Enjoy this weekend. Out.